The IT lab hums with the low drone of computers, but one sound cuts through sharper than the rest.
That's the lobby music from Chrono Realm. How is someone playing it here?
Kazuki's fingers froze above the keyboard. He knew that title screen melody better than his own morning alarm. He turned slightly, pretending to stretch, and caught a glimpse of the screen behind him, 2 rows back. Right there in glowing letters was the username he'd seen every night for 3 years. Mochi. The student logged in was Honoka, the quiet girl with glasses who never spoke to anyone.
No way. Mochi is Honoka? The girl who sits 2 seats behind me?
Without thinking, he pulled out his phone and opened Chrono Realm under the desk, pulse hammering. He typed a whisper to Mochi. "Hey, random question. Are you in a computer lab right now?" He watched Honoka's screen. The instant the message arrived, she minimized the game and opened her chat log. Her reply popped up on his phone. "Lol, yeah, it class. Why? Stalking me now?"
It's her. The timing, the tone, everything matches. I'm talking to the girl behind me.
3 years of late-night raids, shared frustrations and confessions sent to a stranger, and she'd been here the entire time. Kazuki's hands trembled as he typed again, keeping his expression neutral. "Nah, just bored. You should look around sometime, might see someone you know." He hit send and held his breath. Honoka paused, then typed back without turning around. Her shoulders tightened, almost imperceptibly. "Haha, maybe I will, but seriously, don't get distracted. You'll fail the assignment." The message arrived with a smiley.
She's covering. She doesn't know I know. But why hide? We've been talking for years.
The teacher's voice droned on, but Kazuki couldn't focus. His world had just shrunk to the distance between Desk 3 and Desk 5. When the bell rang, Honoka stood and slipped out quickly, not looking his way at all.
My closest friend, the one I told everything to, has been sitting right there, and I never knew.
On the monitor she'd left, the login screen still glowed. Mochi, level 127. He stared at it until the screensaver kicked in. That night, Kazuki sat in the dark, the glow of Chrono Realm painting his face. He scrolled through their chat log, 3 years of text, inside jokes, and the night she admitted she was a girl. He remembered the raid where Mochi's mage saved his knight from a wipe with a perfectly timed heal. The voice chat where she never spoke, only typed. He'd always thought she was just shy.
She knew my voice. She must have recognized it the first time I spoke in class. That's why she never used voice chat. She was afraid I'd recognize hers.
The next morning in homeroom, Kazuki watched Honoka from across the aisle. She never raised her head, but her fingers tapped restlessly on her phone under the desk. Kazuki opened a whisper. "Bored in class. Wish I could nap like my cat." He pressed send and watched. Honoka's screen lit up. She typed back without looking. "Cats are the best. Mine would probably judge me for being on my phone."
She's so natural, as if this is normal. But every word feels like a lie now.
He typed. "Imagine if someone from the game was closer than we thought. Like, what if we passed each other every day?" Honoka's fingers paused. Then she typed, "That would be weird, right? But also kind of cool."
She didn't deny it. She didn't even act surprised. She's been waiting for this.
He watched her tuck a strand of pink hair behind her ear, a gesture he'd seen 100 times without noticing. Now every small movement felt like a clue. The way she angled her screen away, the fleeting glances toward his desk.
How long has she known? Since the first week? Since the cat story? Since I called that boss overgrown lizard? If she's been here the whole time, then our friendship, was it real or just a game to her?
He clenched his phone until his knuckles turned white. He had to know the truth.
After class, I'll talk to her. Face to face. No more screens between us.
Honoka turned for a split second. Their eyes met. and a faint pink rose on her cheeks before she looked away. The bell would ring in 20 minutes. He would be waiting by the door when it did. The instant the bell rang, Kazuki was on his feet, weaving through desks to intercept her. He stood by the door, scanning. Pink hair, nowhere. Honoka had slipped out the back entrance, phone clutched in one hand, bag hugged tight to her chest.
She ran from me. She's been running all along, hidden behind a screen for 3 years.
For 3 days, she evaded him. A glance, a flush, a turned back.
She knows my every move, because she's been watching from 2 seats away.
He remembered something. A year ago, she'd changed seats, from the front row to right behind him. He pulled up an old class photo on his phone. There she was, placed right behind his name in the roster. That night, he waited. When Mochi's green dot appeared, he messaged before she could vanish. Our teacher could bore a statue. I almost drooled on my desk today. He hit send and watched the typing indicator pulse. Her reply came fast. Mr. Tanaka is the worst. I've almost dozed off in his class like 5 times. He typed, "The school festival is coming, you going?" And he held his breath. Of course, our school's festival is legendary. The gaming club is doing a Chrono Realm-themed booth, I heard.
She said, "Our school." She knows I go to this school. She's known all along.
How do you know my school? I never told you. The typing dots danced, then stopped. A solid minute passed. Just a guess. Most players our age are in high school, lol. The reply was too casual, too delayed.
She's backtracking. But the slip is proof she chose that seat, and she's been hiding from me.
He closed the laptop with a sharp click. The silence of his room pressed in like a held breath.
If she wanted to be near me, why not just say hello? Why this elaborate game?
Tomorrow he would find her before she could run. No screens, no half-truths. The last message blinked on the dark screen. Just a guess. He didn't believe it for a second. The next afternoon, Kazuki didn't wait for the bell. He excused himself early and stood by the back stairwell, the one only her homeroom used. When the door swung open and she stepped through, glasses askew, he moved before she could turn.
Honoka, stop running.
She flinched, her bag sliding off one shoulder. Her eyes refused to meet his.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just heading home.
You know exactly what I mean, Mochi.
What? No, that's just a game. You're mistaken.
I saw your monitor in IT class. I sent that whisper. You replied, "It's you."
Her protests died in her throat. Her knuckles went white around her phone.
A year ago, you changed seats to sit behind me. Why?
She opened her mouth, but no sound came. Only the hum of the lights filled the silence. Without breaking eye contact, he pulled out his phone and opened Chrono Realm. He typed a whisper, "I'm standing right behind you, aren't I?" and hit send. Her phone vibrated in her hand. The screen lit up with the Chrono Realm notification.
She stared at the screen, her reflection ghosting over Mochi's avatar.
Her thumbs moved slowly, deliberately. A whisper popped up on his phone. The message read, "It's me. I recognized your voice a year ago. I chose the seat on purpose. I'm sorry." Her eyes were glassy, but she didn't look away. Then she bolted, her footsteps echoing down the stairwell.
She admitted it. She's been right there, waiting for me to notice.
He stood frozen, phone in hand, the chat log still glowing.
Why didn't you just say something? 3 years.
The hallway fell silent again, but the weight of her confession hung in the air like a held breath. Hours later, in the blue glow of his room, Kazuki slumped into his chair. He hadn't touched the light switch.
She's been right there, every day, and I never saw her.
He opened Chrono Realm. Mochi's green dot was already lit, waiting. He typed, "Why? Why did you do it? The seat, the hiding." The reply came after a long pause. "I wanted to be near you, but I was too scared to say anything." Scared? You know me better than anyone. His fingers hesitated over the send button. Her next words appeared slowly. "In the game, I could be anyone. But in class, I'm just the quiet girl."
The quiet girl. She's been invisible to everyone, even me, her closest friend.
He typed, "I wouldn't have thought you were weird. I would have been happy." A memory flickered their avatars standing side by side after a dungeon, the chat log filled with lols and "good job." Her reply came, "I was waiting for you to notice me offline. Every day I hoped you'd turn around."
And I never did. I was so wrapped up in the game, I missed the person right behind me.
He pushed back from the desk and grabbed a notepad and pen from his drawer. He scrawled on the paper, "I know you're Mochi. Sit with me at lunch tomorrow." He paused, then added at the top, "To Mochi." He folded the note carefully and slid it into the pocket of his uniform blazer.
No more screens between us. Tomorrow, I'll hand it to her directly.
He glanced at the monitor one last time. Mochi was still online, but no new messages came. He closed the laptop and climbed into bed, the note pressing against his chest through the fabric. The silence of the house settled around him, but his mind was loud with the words he'd finally say. The next morning, Kazuki walked into homeroom early, the folded note a sharp rectangle against his ribs. Honoka arrived with her head down, earbuds in, a book clutched to her chest like armor.
She won't even glance my way. It's like I'm part of the wall.
During the first break, he made his move, slid the note onto her desk as he passed, heart hammering. She stared at it for a long moment. Then, without opening it, she tucked it into her bag and left the room.
She didn't even read it. She knew what it would say.
After the final bell, he found her in the hallway again, her back pressed against the lockers, as if she'd been waiting.
You didn't open my note.
I already know what you want to say. I've known since you first saw my screen.
Then why are you still running? I just want to talk. Really talk.
I can't. Not like this. I've been waiting for you to find me offline first, to see me without the screen.
Before he could respond, she pulled out her phone, thumbs moving with desperate speed. She turned the screen toward him. The Chrono Realm account deletion confirmation flashed red. With one tap, Mochi's avatar dissolved into static and the username grayed out.
No, Mochi. Why would you do that?
I told you, I was waiting for you to find me offline. The game was just a placeholder. If you want to find me now, it has to be in real life. No more screens.
Then she ran. Not the panicked flight of before, but a steady, jagged sprint, her sobs echoing off the lockers.
Mochi. Gone. Just like that. 3 years. Erased.
He stared at the spot where she had stood, the confession still ringing in his ears.
Find me offline first. She deleted everything to force my hand.
He opened his own game. Mochi's name was Gray. The chat history remained, but she was unreachable. The hallway was empty, and for the first time in 3 years, he was truly alone. The next day at school, Kazuki tried to catch Honoka's eye, but she moved through the halls like a ghost wearing headphones. She wouldn't look at him. Every glance he threw her way landed on a turned shoulder.
She's here, but she's not here. Like she's erased herself from my world.
That night, his room felt smaller. He logged into Chrono Realm out of habit, but the friend list was a graveyard. Mochi's name stayed gray, frozen at level 127. He kept tapping it, as if refresh could bring her back.
3 years. All those raids, jokes, late-night talks. Now just a chat log I can't add to.
He kept the game open while doing homework. The silence where her chat ping used to be now louder than any sound. Days passed. In class, Honoka's seat was always filled, but her presence was a void. She never spoke, never turned.
Is this what she did for a year? Sit behind me, invisible, waiting?
One night, he opened the guild recruitment board, a place he'd never needed before, because he'd always had Mochi. He clicked on a random guild, Nightshade, and typed a half-hearted application. Anything to fill the silence. He was accepted within minutes. The guild chat buzzed with strangers' greetings, but every message only reminded him of who wasn't there. He ran a dungeon with them, muted. The healer wasn't as quick. The jokes fell flat. Nothing felt right.
Every healer is compared to you, Mochi, and everyone comes up short.
At school, he left a new note on her desk. "I'm sorry, just talk to me." He watched her from across the room. Honoka read it this time. Her hand trembled, but she slipped it into her pocket and walked out without looking back.
She's not coming back. Not online, not offline. I've lost her for real.
He spent the next weekend barely leaving his room. He joined raid after raid with Nightshade, chasing a feeling that never came. The guild members were nice, but they were strangers. They didn't know about his cat, his fear of heights, or the night he cried after a bad exam. He kept checking Mochi's profile. It never changed. The login date stayed the same, a tombstone in pixels.
Maybe if I stay in the game, she'll see I'm still here. Maybe she'll come back as someone else.
The guild chat blinked. A new member joined, some low-level healer with a generic name. He almost didn't look. The days in Nightshade blurred together. He ran dungeons without speaking. His avatar a hollow shell grinding for XP. The new healer sent a greeting to the guild. He checked the profile, generic avatar, no history. Not her.
Another fake. I'm just chasing shadows. She's never coming back this way.
At school the next day, lunch hour found him scanning the cafeteria. Honoka was at a corner table, alone. He walked toward her, tray in hand. She looked up, her glasses catching the light, and her expression shuttered. Before he could speak, she gathered her untouched food, stood, and walked away without a word.
She won't even let me near her. I'm the enemy now.
He ate alone, the noise of the cafeteria a muffled roar. The food tasted like nothing. That night, he logged into the game out of habit. A guildmate sent a whisper. "Hey, you've been quiet. You okay?" Kazuki hesitated, then typed, "Missing someone. She used to be here, but now she's gone." The guildmate replied, "In the game, people come and go, man. It's just online."
It's not just online. She's real, and I let her slip through my fingers.
He closed the whisper without answering. The guild chat scrolled with jokes and dungeon invites.
They don't know her. They don't know how she'd laugh at my stupid jokes or stay up to heal me during boss fights.
He sat up and navigated to the guild announcement board, a place for public notes that almost no one read. His fingers moved before his mind could catch up. He typed a note, raw and unguarded. He wrote, "To the one I lost. I'm sorry I didn't see you sooner. You were right there and I missed you. I miss our raids, the cat jokes, the way you'd stay up just to talk, but mostly I miss you." He paused, then added, "If you ever see this, please, just look at me. That's all I ask." He clicked post. The message pinned to the top of the guild board, visible to all members. He stared at his words, suddenly terrified. What if she saw it? What if she didn't?
I've put it out there. Now I can only wait and hope she sees, and that she still cares.
The next day at school felt endless. Every glance at his phone screen showed no new notifications.
Did anyone even read it? Or did my words just vanish into the void?
By the time he got home, his shoulders were tight with anxiety. He logged in immediately. The guild chat was alive with dungeon strategies. His post still sat at the top of the board, but no one had reacted.
A public cry for help, and everyone just scrolls past.
Just as he was about to log off, A bright notification banner flashed across the screen. The text read, "Player Mochi 2 has joined the guild."
Mochi? 2? That can't be a coincidence. It's her. It has to be.
He scrambled to the guild member list and found the new profile. A low-level healer with a familiar pink-themed avatar. Before he could even think, another notification popped up. A friend request. His hand shook as he moved the cursor. This was the moment. Accepting meant opening a door he'd feared was closed forever. He clicked. The request was accepted, and a private chat window opened instantly. No message came. The typing indicator stayed dark, but the friend list showed her online.
Why isn't she saying anything? Is she waiting for me? Testing if I'll reach out?
Finally, he typed, "Mochi? Is it really you?" The words hung in the box for a long second before he hit send. The typing indicator flickered on, then off, then on again. It felt like an eternity. Her reply came, "Yes, it's me. I saw your post on the guild board."
She saw it. She came back. But why as Mochi 2? What does this mean?
He typed back, fingers fumbling, "Why Mochi 2? Why not the old account?" Her response was quick this time. "I told you I deleted the old account. This is a fresh start. If you want to find me, it's offline."
Of course, she's still holding on to that. But she came back. That's all that matters.
The friend list glowed with her name, Mochi 2. The first real connection in weeks. He whispered the name like a promise. The chat window pulsed with a low, steady glow. Kazuki leaned closer, heart thumping in his throat. He typed, "I saw your message. I missed you. Every day felt hollow." His fingers hesitated before send. Her reply came soft and fast. "I'm back, senpai. Did you really think I'd stay away forever?"
She said, "Senpai." That's exactly what she'd call me in the game. It's really her.
He typed, "Then meet me. Tomorrow, at lunch, in the cafeteria. No screens, just us." A pause, then, "Okay, I'll be there. Look for the girl without glasses."
Without glasses. So she's really doing it. She's coming into the light for me.
He closed the laptop and leaned back, a genuine smile breaking through for the first time in weeks. The next morning, Kazuki couldn't focus. Every minute dragged until the lunch bell rang. He walked into the cafeteria, scanning every face. The corner table was empty. He sat alone, waiting. Then, through the crowd, pink hair appeared, but not the same. It was down, flowing over her shoulders, and no glasses. Their eyes met. She took a breath, then walked toward him, each step quiet but sure. She stopped beside him. He could smell a hint of something sweet, maybe perfume, maybe just her.
Is this seat taken?
No, I mean, yes. Wait. I mean, please, sit.
She slid smoothly into the chair, placing her phone on the table, the game lobby still on screen.
GG, senpai.
GG, you really are here. I can't believe it.
You found me. I told you to find me offline first, and you did.
Slowly, he reached out, his fingers brushing hers on the table. This was realer than any raid, any chat.
So this is what it feels like. Having her here, no screens, no distance, just her.
The cafeteria buzzed around them, but for a moment, they existed in their own world, a new server, just for two. The noise of the cafeteria slowly returned, but neither of them moved. Onoka looked down at her hands, then back up at him.
I know you have questions about why I did everything the way I did.
You don't have to explain everything right now. I'm just glad you're here.
But I want to. I've held it in for so long. You deserve to know. When I first heard your voice in class, I froze. It was exactly like in the voice chat, the few times you spoke. I was too scared to say hi. What if you thought it was weird? What if you didn't want to know the real me? So I thought, if I sat behind you, maybe someday you'd turn around. Maybe you'd see me without me having to say a word.
But I never did. I was too caught up in the game, in the idea of Mochi.
That's why I deleted Mochi. I wanted to force myself to be brave, to give us a real chance.
Her words hung between them, fragile and brave. He looked at her, really looked.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I never turned around before. I'm sorry you had to wait a year.
He took her hand fully, his fingers intertwining with hers. She didn't pull away.
You don't have to be sorry. You're here now. That's what matters.
All those late nights, I thought I knew her, but I didn't really know her at all.
So, Senpai, what now? Do we still raid together?
Of course. Mochi too needs to level up, and I happen to be a great tank.
So I can finally use voice chat without being scared?
I'd like that. I'd like to hear you laugh in real time.
The lunch bell rang, startling them both. The cafeteria began to empty, but they lingered.
We should go to class, but maybe we can walk together?
Yeah, I'd like that.
She pulled him up, and for a second, they stood close, the chaos of the school fading to gray. They slipped out of the cafeteria into the courtyard, where a row of cherry trees lined the path. The air felt lighter.
Remember that raid where you accidentally pulled the entire dragon room because you thought it was a single mob?
Hey, the lighting made it look small, and you still healed through it like a boss.
For a second, he could almost see their avatars superimposed on the falling petals, the knight and the mage who had saved each other countless times.
I was terrified that whole fight, but you kept telling jokes in party chat to keep me calm.
It worked, didn't it? One of our best clears ever.
It really was. So, about tonight? Raid at the usual time?
You mean we're going to party up? In the same server?
If you still want me in your party, Tank?
Forever. And weeknights. And lunch breaks. If we can find a router.
She laughed, a real, unguarded laugh that sent a small flock of birds scattering from the branches.
So, just to be clear, we're going to keep doing this? Talking in real life?
He reached out and took her hand, lacing his fingers through hers without a second thought.
Every day. No more screens between us unless we're clearing dungeons.
And Mochi 2 stays? I'm not deleting again.
Mochi 2 is here to stay, but maybe we can make a new guild, just the two of us.
A 2-person guild? That's kind of sad, but also perfect.
A bell chimed in the distance, the warning for next period. They still had time to walk, but barely.
We should run, but I don't want to let go.
Then we won't. I'll take the tardy.
She squeezed back, and they walked slowly, deliberately toward the building, the cherry blossoms watching over them.
Senpai, I'm really glad you turned around.
So am I. So am I.
After the final bell, they met at the gate and walked home together, the evening light slanting through cherry trees.
I can't believe we're doing this. Walking home together like normal people.
Is that weird? We were always normal, just in a different way.
It's a good weird. I always watched you leave from the classroom window.
She pulled out her earbuds and offered one to him, the cord dangling like an invitation.
What's the song?
The Chrono Realm soundtrack. I listen to it when I miss our raids.
He took the earbud and their shoulders bumped as they walked in rhythm, a shared beat between them.
You're such a geek. I love it.
Says the guy who named his cat after a game weapon.
In my defense, Claw of the Shadowfang is a great cat name.
The wire pulled, and the earbud nearly slipped from her ear. He reached over and gently tucked it back in. Her cheeks flushed pink, but she didn't pull away.
Thanks. You're surprisingly gentle for a tank.
Tanks have to protect the healers. It's in the class description.
They reached a small bridge overlooking the river, cherry petals swirling below like pink snowflakes. They leaned on the railing, watching the city lights flicker on, one by one, as the sky deepened.
It's beautiful. I never noticed this view before.
I guess I never looked up either. But now, I see a lot of things differently.
Like what?
Like how lucky I am that you waited.
She smiled, and they continued walking, the cherry blossoms following them like a quiet soundtrack. They parted at the old cherry tree intersection, promising to log in at 8. Kazuki's room felt different tonight, the hum of the computer a familiar welcome. In her room, Onoka placed her phone on the charger and opened her laptop, hair still down. The friend list lit up, Mochi 2 online.
She's already there.
He sent a party invite, and it was accepted instantly. Their avatars materialized on the sunlit hilltop, the game's eternal sunset spilling gold over the grass. For a long moment, the chat window stayed empty, as if words weren't needed. Then a message appeared. Tank, you're late. Sorry, healer. I was walking someone home. Oh, was she cute? Extremely. Pink hair, no glasses, melts my heart. A long pause. His heart beat twice before the next line. Senpai, thank you for today. No, thank you for waiting. The avatars sat down side by side, the digital grass bending softly beneath them. Good night, Senpai. Good night, Mochi. He leaned back, watching the idle screen for a long, quiet breath.
She's really here. Not just behind me, but beside me.
The game music swelled softly, a lullaby of pixels and peace. Fade to black.